I didn't time the music right, whatever. What is popping, I guess? We're like a month removed from this game. Like, I'm recording this at the time that, like, playoffs have started. So, I'm just trying to bang out the rest of these. Like, there's this one, there's 2 more, and then there's at least the first playoff game that we actually just played. Yeah, okay. And, yeah, I guess the team we're facing is called the Dragon Daggers here. This guy has a pretty good record, from what I recall. Terra Necrozma is scary. He has a lot of threats. The format that we're in, every team has a lot of threats. Basically, like, the idea that I have to do is, like, try and come at stuff from all angles or make them one-dimensional. And there's one very easy way to make this threat one-dimensional, as well as, potentially some of his other setup threats, and that's going to be our Trick, Scarf, Gothitelle. This is almost, like, completely for Necrozma. Yeah, that thing is a real threat, and we can basically completely shut it down with Trick. Maybe it can, like, still do stuff. The fact that, it's likely going to be Dragon Dance, or just, like, that's, like, a likely set that it has, means that, like, being fast will behoove it. But we have, the Pokemon to take the hits that he is likely to dish out using that, like, I don't know if he has, I guess this would be the special set, but if he has, like, Heat Wave, we got Flash Fire, we got Zapdos for EQ, same with Virizion, and we have our Dark type over here, and we have an Assault Vest on it. There wasn't really anything else that, like, Assault Vest is just kind of random thing that I threw on it. Like, what are the other things? I guess it helps it live a couple hits. Like, I don't know, is it for Monkey maybe? But, like, it will come into play, you'll see. Our Virizion is a set that includes Roar, for if, Necrozma gets out of hand and his Terra Fairy and, if Trick somehow fails, like if he's, Shed Shell or something, then yeah, the Roar will definitely come in handy, and it'll come in handy against something maybe like a Tusk or a Raging Bolt, because, like, our Virizion is a Raging Bolt check. And we've got our nice fast Toxic Synthesis. Are we fast? No, we're not fast, but we have Toxic Synthesis anyway. And Leaf Storm is cool for Tusk. We got Pecharunt, pretty standard set. But we actually have Toxic instead of Malignant Chain, because we don't want to, really screw around. Also, Malignant Chain doesn't really hit much, right? I mean, like, I guess it hits, like, Alchemy, but, like, I could see, like, even, like, Covert Cloak on, like, Alchemy. Pretty sure that didn't, like, come in prep versus me at all, but yeah. Heatran, also Shucka Berry, great item for Heatran. That's mostly to, like, for Necrozma. Yeah, and Lava Blizzard was good. Also got Roar on this, so yeah, don't mess around there. And very, very standard Zapdos set. Hurricane Bolt Switch for Stefuck. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, he actually brought Mischievous. But I think I was pretty sure Houndoom would come because it's very good against Virizion. Basically, I mean, look at the team. It's super slow. He has, like, ways to boost speed on these 3 Mons, and like he can be like Trailblaze also. Well, yeah, on these 4 Mons, and they're all also acceptable Scarfers. But I was thinking Mega Houndoom would probably come for even though it's not a very good Pokemon, for Virizion. That's why we have Flash Fire and Heatran, and why our EVs of a lot of Spadef, and we're Calm Nature, so we can take, I believe we take 4 hits from a Mega Houndoom Dark Pulse, and we don't give a shit about Focus Blast, or Focus Mist, rather, because that is what it is. What did I think would come instead of Mischievous? Alchemy? I thought Monkey Dory was actually a big threat in prep. So I guess we're happy to not see that. And then he has Houndoom within these four, which are all big threats. So, okay. I kind of think Mischievous is, like, maybe gonna lead. I just think it's like a weird, you know, Pokemon here. What is Mischievous even here for? Like, I don't know, to not get trapped by Goth, maybe? I really have no idea. Like, what do I have that, you know, Mischievous beats? Ambipom? Was he that scared of that? Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, let's just get started. It is Mischievous lead. Okay, well, I did lead Zapdos just because it's good generally into the team. Yeah, I don't know. What was I doing with Zapdos here? Because, like, I don't really know what I thought he was going to do off the bat. Like, I don't know, Urshifu could lead, and I could, like, because Urshifu is a huge threat into my team. And I wanted to, you know, get in front of that, I guess. Same with Raging Bolt. Could have maybe led Virizion. Well, yeah, I don't know. Zapdos in general is a pretty good lead to Volt out. So, but anyway, and I am gonna Volt. I don't remember. I think I calced that as Spadef. I could be wrong. It doesn't really matter. But we are just going to go into our Heatran on either a Toxic or a Wisp. And yeah, he does Toxic. And this thing can't really do anything to me. And I'm going to return Fire with a Toxic of my own. And it's going to hit you. Everything would have been awesome to hit with a Toxic. And we do take the Urshifu. That's great. Toxic, so could be my very favorite move of all time. I say it's Teleport, or maybe like Parting Shot if you can get like on like a slow Pokemon, just because it's so free and it's just like it's you know, it has obviously a defensive reputation because people use it like on defensive Pokemon, but it's one of the most like offensive moves because like it enables threats. So yeah, those are. I love pivoting. I love slow pivoting. It's like one of my very favorite things to do. I don't really have a lot of it on this team, but we have, you know, a solid amount of pivoting. But like I find myself having less pivoting than I'm usually used to, or that I usually like. But anyway, we do hit the Urshifu. We go ahead and get out of there into our check. Because it was early in the game, and he could throw off a Surging Strikes or something if he wants to. It's not going to do anything to Pecharunt. What item is Pecharunt? Payapa Berry. And that is for Necrozma. Okay. He does bring out the Houndoom, goes ahead and Dark Pulses, and it does a decent chunk. And we do get an Earth Power off, but it does very little into the Raging Bolt, even though it's crazy the Raging Bolt came in. I think maybe Mischievous should come in, or even like Tusk. He doesn't take a lot, so there's that. And I go ahead and I say, okay, let's get my Toxic off. He's actually super slow. I have a little bit of speed, and like based on like, you know, he's naturally slower than me. So, but I don't know. I kind of expect a little bit of speed on Raging Bolt. But anyway, he did take very little damage, so he's pretty much like full bulk, I think. We get our Toxic off. That's always good. And he has Earthquake Heat, but it looks like it wouldn't have knocked me out either way. So that's good, but we do pop our Shucka. Okay, that's fine. It's probably the good place to use it. I mean, maybe against Kraz would be nice. A little foreshadowing there. Interesting Earthquake. Would it a lot anyway, and we like health on our Tran for Houndoom, and we are getting weekend, and we don't have Wish Audino in this week, so okay. Yeah, and Voltage is free because I don't have Flygon. And even if I didn't, like, I actually think before the game he was like, don't bring Flygon, and I was like, okay, I wasn't planning on it, because your electric type is Raging Bolt. And then I didn't bring it, and he was like, and after I was like, why'd you say bring Flygon? And he was like, because it's really bad into me, and so I was hoping it would be reverse psychology. And I was like, no, I'm not falling for that. I don't like, be like, I'm not so easily swayed by what other people want to do. Anyway, Necrozma has come out off the Volt Switch from Raging Bolts, and we can simply go hard. Go ahead, shut this down. Get a nice Citrus Berry. And he does predict us here. It's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know. I thought maybe it would be a little bit cleaner to not Photon Geyser, but at any rate, we could go Weavile. Unfortunately, he does predict us there. Okay, we'll go Pecharunt on the U-turn. U-turn would have been too much damage also on Weavile, and we don't even know if he's Scarf yet, so we have no idea what item he is. But anyway, this thing is back. That's annoying. I can't just go Heatran, so I'm going to predict the Dark move on my Virizion to come out. I do have Terra. I don't really want to click Terra yet because of the Dark resist is good. The EQ resist on Kraz is good. Water resist on Urshifu is especially good. So that's the main reason I don't want to give up my Terra yet. So instead of giving up my Terra, I am just going to go Tran on a Fire move because I am, and also on a Sludge Bomb because I am Flash Fire. So that would have been safe there, and then we could have like EP'd. And at any rate, there's that. We know not to Toxic because he has Toxic Mons already. He can go hard into. I would think maybe he would stay in and just get a little bit of chip with Mischievous. I believe that's why I went Weavile. But he likes the hard Urshifu on it because he knows I'm not going to Earth Power for chip. And Fire move chip is not going to be that crazy or anything, and it's not like he can get Wisped. So that's a pretty safe play on his part. But I'm going to make a risky play because he has done nothing but U-turn so far, and he has no reason to do anything but U-turn. And like, I don't want to, the main thing is that I don't want to have it be another instance of him U-turning off my Pecharunt and then going into Houndoom, because then we do the dance again, and then I have to get, play another guessing game with Virizion for pretty much. So I think he's just going to U-turn. He's just going to try and position his Houndoom again. And so here's Kraz. He does EQ. At that point, I thought he was going to predict. But the idea there was also, if I go Goth and he does EQ, then I can go out into Zap and get my free roost, because it's not like he cannot double because of Goth's Shadow Tag. So very cool to see that coming into play. Goth has not been that impactful, I'll tell you what. To be fair, I was going to draft Durant with it, and just, cheese everybody that way, with the Truant Protect setup. But no, I thought that was a little too gimmicky. We're just gonna get Chip. He can't hurt us that badly. How Spadef are we? Enough, anyway. Here's this. And what he thought was going to happen there. Even though I had already revealed Volt Switch, I think he like messed up the speed maybe. What happened here? Hold on. Yeah, yeah, he thought maybe he could bluff Toxic on me, but like, I don't know, because I just Volt Switch. Or like, I'm not sure. Did he think maybe I was going to go... What do you think I was going to do? I don't know, because if he thinks I'm going to go into something on Great Tusk, it'd be for Izzion, right? But he takes huge chip with Volt Switch here. Definitely an error on his part. I don't know. Do you think I was going to go hard Weavile, maybe? I don't know, but I can just go Petrarunt now. And now, finally, he's been getting all the U-turn momentum. Now it's my turn. Here comes the threat off that slow pivot, just like I was talking about. Bonk. Goodbye. Through the Eviolite. You are dead. Oh. A threat? I don't think so. We are Assault Vest. And I knew that was coming. Yeah. 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 That is a clean play. One of the best plays of the season, I think. Okay. We'll just stay in anyway. He can't really hurt us, for the EQ or anything. Like, it's fine. It just... He's... Yeah. Just smack. Not a care in the world. Oh, and that was Choice Scarf, too. That's cool. Go ahead and sack Gothitelle, because I don't want to, like, risk getting, like, hit twice with Ice Spinner or something. Okay, we just roost. And he is slower than us. Beautiful. And, yeah, I mean, like, even if it wasn't. But anyway, yeah, we get the, static proc, so that's cool. Static proc. Got a BB, got a BB, got a BB, got a BB, got a BB. Static proc. Like and subscribe if you remember that television series. Oh boy, I sure love television series that I saw when I was a child. I'm a bit of an intellectual. Yep. Pretty solid plays all around. Just, knowing what he's going to do. Predicting here. Oh, we missed the Hurricane. But, yeah, we kind of knew that he had the ability to do that. I promise. I did. And so that's why we're just going for Hurricanes. Here's Houndoom. We can go Heatran. We don't really need Heatran anymore. He can Dark Pulse us again if he wants. Or we can predict and over-predict. Bye. Threat. Eliminated. Photon Geyser, okay. Just sack to get the predict. Obviously, here comes Weavile. Not a care in the world. We just knock, because we know if this thing is Scarf as well as the Tusk Scarf, we just get rid of it, and then we finish it off. Now, I make a complete choke here. Here's where I choke. I'm going to click Knockoff, because there's a Psychic-type Pokemon in front of me. Number one, I'm forgetting Terra. He's Terra Steel. If I knock and he Terra Steels, and he loses the Scarf that I worked so hard to put on him, he has the ability to set up. He has Psychic and Ground coverage. He can take me out. Even if he doesn't elect to Terra, which he really should. Either way, he is going to live the attack, and if he DDs as I knock off, I lose. So I do click Knockoff. The play is sacking Virizion, or going Virizion to see like what he wants to do, and then I've got 2 immunities to his 2 attacks, which are, you know, Weavile and Zapdos. And if he Photon Geyser, then I just go back to Weavile and finish him off, and without like knocking him off to start. If he EQs, and I just go Zapdos, and I just, you know, Hurricane and Voltage Chip down, or just, you know, really even just Hurricane. So I make a huge choke. He doesn't punish me. We survive the game. Woo! And he didn't even Terra. He only Terra'd here. He totally screwed up. Because his last move's Morning Sun. If he Terras to start, even if he just like Photon Geysers there, he can get back and I can't kill him. I don't have SD. I mean, I guess maybe I can Brick Break after, but like, he should really, you know, yeah. I could have maybe, you know, Brick Break after, you know, if he, you know, steals, but like, he's Prism Armor, so like, I think I calced everything, and I think if he DDs on that turn, especially if he Terras and DDs, then yeah, that's it. And my play was to go Virizion, and he basically overthought it. He thought I was gonna make the correct play, that I was going to, in that moment, be smarter than I ended up being in that moment. So, because we're smart enough to understand that, but we totally screwed up. We were blindly clicking knock because it was super effective. Very stupid, very dumb, but we live to see another day. Goodbye.